Hi guys, welcome back. All right, good morning. If you are just waking up. All right, so I want to use this opportunity to answer a question. Why is that so loud? All right. So this question is about that gap junction. How does it? The question is that calcium coming in, will calcium bind to the troponin C before the floating around, or would calcium see? So that's a question that how does this how do you say it? Influx of this ion and their action, basically three type of ion: sodium, calcium, potassium, and so their influx and their action all together, or not. Um, so basically the question is that we have this let me share screen. Share screen on this one here. Share screen on this one here. So that's the question. I will try to post it. I will see how well this one goes. If it's go well, I will post it on the in the discussion board. All right. So the question is, so basically that's the question. So the question is, how is ion influx and floating through this gap junction? So floating through this gap junction, and do they bind on the troponin C before or after they flow around? See, that's a good question, right? Yeah, I'm very impressed by you guys that there's always some very interesting question. Like, so if calcium coming in, right, floating around, then what to do, right? Do they bind on troponin C, causing contraction, and then flow to the next one, cause contraction, right? So that contraction will be sequential. Okay. So what's happening here, right? It probably not the case, but then what's the case? All right. So the better way to think about it is that don't gap junction is the channel to cause ion, freely diffuse across different cells, as we know. But the better way to think about it is to think about action potential. So here is an action potential. Let me see if I can have I can probably use this one here. I hope this is good, a good one. All right. So an action potential. All right. So the way to think about it is that now say let's start by talking about the skeletal muscle, single muscle cell. Right. This is one single muscle cell. And then action potential. I really like the color one, so let's use this one. Then the action potential can travel along this muscle, right? And we also learned that if this muscle, if we kind of expand it, we have the T tubule, right? And then so the action potential can, so this action potential is only depolarization, repolarization. And this action potential will propagate along this T tubule, right? So it will propagate along this T tubule, right? So this is action potential. So we get that, right? You guys know this, okay? And if this is a single cell, this action potential will basically propagate along it, right? Along this membrane, along all the membrane. So you know that. If that part you don't know, let me know, okay? I can explain more on that. I assume that's acceptable because that's in the skeletal muscle. Now, in the cardiac myocyte, the difference is that we have one sorry, one cell, right? But this cell, the reason I don't like, now I see why I don't like this one here. Let me switch over to the, no. Clear drawing. So the reason that let's just open up a new PowerPoint. All right, so we have this these cell. So we have one cell. Join, right? Join. So we have we can delete that one here. Don't need this one here. All right, anyway. So we have one cell, right? So the way to think about it is that this is one cell. If this is skeletal muscle, this is one cell. This is one cell, right? And so we have three cells, and each cells receive nerve, right? Each nerve will release acetylcholine to cause action potential, and then each action potential will travel along the membrane, right? It will start from here, travel along the membrane. Each action potential will travel along the membrane. Each action potential will travel along the membrane, but they are all independent to each other. So that's the skeletal muscle. Now, with the cardiac myocyte, the thing become that you have one cell, right? You have one muscle cell. You have one muscle cell. You have one muscle cell, right? But there is a gap junction. So let me provide you. Let me provide you. I really need to practice this more. Let me provide you what? Let me provide you. I hope I can just erase one thing. Erase. Can I just erase a little bit? Not too much. But not the whole thing. Eraser. Oh, probably not. I hate it. All right, I will use white color. Yeah, so that will make it. I will use white. Right? So that's maybe that will work. All right. There you go. So we will very thick one. Okay, this one will work. Yeah. All right. So we have the gap junction, right? We have the gap junction. But we have the gap junction. So that's the gap junction. That's pretty wide. So that's a gap junction. All right, so that's that. So I will create gap junction. I will create gap junction. So now we have the gap junction. Stupid. Why things changed? Oh, that's work. All right, good. So we create gap junction, right? So that's a gap junction. I just make it very dramatically. So that's a gap junction. Because gap junction in a way is a channel, so ion can diffuse across, right? And now we have this gap junction. Then what happened? Once, so now we don't have we don't have the nerve go into each cell because we have Purkinje fiber. Purkinje fiber basically just excite a local region of the cell and say this is Purkinje fiber coming through. This is a Purkinje fiber coming through. Purkinje fiber coming here, just right here, right? And then they don't release anything. They basically are muscles, so they would deliver the action potential. So the action potential will trigger here. And then what happens? So this action potential will, once action potential travel here, it will generate an action potential, right? It will generate an action potential. An action potential will be in the skeletal muscle is right like that. We will have the 3 type of channel. First, sodium channel, then calcium channel, and then potassium channel. So sodium channel cause depolarization, calcium channel cause plateau, followed by repolarization. But this depolarization, this plateau time is about 0.2 seconds. 0.2 seconds for the propagation of the electric circuit travel like in the speed of light. So this action potential travel along the membrane. It will not stop here. It will travel through this connection and come here, and come here, and come here. So this action potential will very quickly travel along the membrane of all cells. And when they travel along the membrane of all cells, here, this cell has its own calcium channel, this cell has its own calcium channel, this cell has its own calcium channel. This calcium channel will allow calcium coming in. So we can think about like instantly, once the electric shock, this action potential released to one cell, very quickly that potential will travel along the membrane and will travel along this gap junction to the next cell, And then the entire insertion, say H chain, left and right H chain, all together, all cell membrane receive that action potential. Calcium channel open. During that 0.2 seconds, everybody has its calcium channel open. Everybody open, and the calcium come in. And to cause the contraction. And in 0.2 seconds, all together they contract. And that duration, that action potential will last for about 0.2 seconds contract. And then calcium will be pumped out very quickly, pumped back to the extracellular space. And then potassium channel open. And all together, they will be repolarized. So that's how it goes. So it's not exactly calcium going in here and binds on it and the travel. It's not like that. Is that everything starts by the induction. That is the electric signal. Electric signal very quickly travel along the membrane. And so all these hundreds of thousand cells receive that action potential because their membrane basically are connected together. From the view of the action potential, they travel along this membrane. They don't know what's the difference between A cell to the B cell to the C cell. They basically just blind and just travel and very quickly run through the entire membrane. And that. So one thing we didn't mention here in the cardiovascular system is about this cardiomyocyte is that one unique part of this calcium channel is that this calcium channel is the calcium from the extracellular space. It's not like skeletal muscle calcium coming from the sarcoplasmic reticulum. So that's the difference. And that's why this calcium channel is involved. It is involved in the action potential. and because they are traveling into the membrane, so their change will be appear as the plateau of the action potential. Hope that answers it. And I think this one run well. So in the beginning, it's a little bit technical issue, but this one should be okay. And I will post this on the discussion board.